Hello, I'm back again. Thank you for watching my channel. I'm Leisha. Thank you for watching Traveling with Leisha. Right now, we are currently aboard the Carnival Jubilee. So I said I was going to come back and share some of my highlights or share some of my thoughts on the Carnival Jubilee. The Carnival Jubilee is a huge ship. We left out of Galveston, Texas. What I'm going to say is that they need to work on their embarkation. They really do. We boarded the shuttle bus, Carnival's transportation, which we paid $40 for to get to the port from Hobby Airport. Once we got on the bus, and I will say that whole process, getting on the bus, boarding the bus, or lining up for the bus was fine. I don't have a problem with that, the way they did that. Once you get to the port, they get you off the bus. The porter takes your luggage, and then you go to the entrance to get on the ship. Horrible experience. There are openings for you to go to get, into the building, and they tell you to get on the end of the line. The end of the line is far back, but in between where the end of the line is and then where the Carnival people are stationed to make sure you have your documents, just like they just make sure you have your boarding pass and your passport. Do they check your passport? No, they check your boarding pass to make sure you just have your boarding pass. But in between that and where the line is openings. So people were just walking in, just walking up, right, showing their boarding pass and going through. Now, I felt that was kind of crazy, considering they was telling people to get on the back of the line. But then you had like 1,000 people just walking up. And they need to do something about that. And then, so if you have platinum, diamond, or whatever else that you get early board, that you can board in the quicker line, that doesn't come into a play until you get up to the people that make sure you have your boarding pass, right? So once that people make sure you have your boarding pass, then you go to the second person and you're still online, and then it's the third person where they have the separated lines. So if you're platinum, your priority, they send you over there to that line, and then it's the other line for the general boarding. I think that's a horrible process because, like I said, there was people just walking in where the openings are, and then they telling you, then they're going to try. After that was going on for a good amount of time, I'm going to say, because I'm not going to put a time on it, but it was ridiculous. Then they started trying to cut it off, but it was too late. And then when you get up to where the gate, where the person is telling you, okay, priority here, there was still an opening where people were just walking in. I don't think that's right. I think they need to work on that. And then for it being such a huge ship, and you know that there's a lot of people boarding, they really need to work on that. Okay? And then once you get inside, I think the process was pretty cool. Once they, check your passport and take your picture, all of that was fine. I don't have a problem with any of that, right? We got on the ship, all of that was fine. And I'm platinum, and I had a priority. So all of that, I don't have no complaints. We got on the ship quick. Everything was perfect. Got on the ship, like all ships, when you get on, you cannot, they tell you, just go to your room. If you're a priority, you can go to your cabin and drop off your bags, but then leave. So that's the same. Ships, the cabins will be ready at a certain time, which is 1:30, I think they said. So that's basic, right? The same, and that was smooth. We got on the ship. Everything was fine. We had lunch. We even, we was able to get a drink. So no complaints there. So embarkation process was fine, except for the way, the interest in Galveston. And I'm going to say that's just with Galveston, because I never had that problem before. Leaving New York, we did not have that problem, right? It was, one person standing there and they just let you in. I know the port might be bigger, but I don't really think that matters. I think there's a better way for you to handle it. You rope off, you know, the entrance that people can't come in. You rope it off and don't allow them to, or station someone there, right? Let someone stand there, right? It's that, you know, would keep people, because I don't think it's fair. And I don't think it's fair that everybody should be handicapped, wheelchairs, should not have to wait on the line. All right? But that's just my opinion, because they were on the line as well, at the back of the line. Okay. So that's the embarkation process. Outside of it's just like everything else. You get on the ship, you know, you have to do your drill, and it's just your muster station. You go to your muster station, you sign in your muster station, they take your name, and then you go to your room and watch the video. Right? And that's fine. So that's the embarkation on the Carnival Jubilee. So I will say, Carnival, please fix that up at Galveston. Fix that up at the port there, please. But that's it. All right. I'll come back later with some more. But I'm aboard the Carnival Jubilee. Bye.